Hello everyone, this is Afsar. So in this video, I'm going to introduce you a new tool called TestFlow Pro. This is recently I have been working. This is completely codeless and it's a keyword driven and mostly will be used for API automations, right? So the best part of it is there's a UI editor also there. So you can create a test suite and you can also create all the test cases. Then within that, we can also create a multiple test data sets. I'll just show you once I just go through the demonstration of it, right? This is so simple that any manual tester also can write automation test. So there is no code involved, just basic, just flow need to be tested, need to be written over here, similar to what you do in Postman, or maybe rather simpler than the Postman or any other such tools. So let's see the architecture of this framework. So this is, you can see the base folder structure where we have SRC, where all the logic of the keyword driven or all the driver I have written over here, and there is a test data. So this is the folder where all the test that will be written, right? So you can directly create. So basically all the test will be written in form of JSON. So I'll just go through the framework structure within this JSON file as well. And then we have this driver within this SRC, right? Here all the logic is being written and it will run that JSON file. So let's open one of the JSON. This is some JSON I just wrote, right? If you see here, this is each JSON file is the suite, one test suite you can say, or maybe one microservice, all the test cases you can write within one suite, or maybe you can create one suite for a certain amount of APIs within it. So you can see here, this is the suite name and what is the status of this test suite. Once it is pass or fail, once we run it, it will update. Then the base URL, right? Base URL you can write over here, or you can also manage through .env file. So we can also manage with multiple environment like QA, dev, or any environment that you have, staging or anything. So similar to that, you just create .env.qa, .env.dev, like that. Yeah, and specific to each environment, you can write over here those base URLs or any variable that you want, that is environment variable that you want to use within the framework, right? So this is one of the variable that is being written over here, base URL. It will be replaced by the actual URL within this env file, within the script that we have already. And the tags. So the tag currently is service name. You can say it's one application, or maybe one microservice. You can write user service, this one, or maybe authentication or login service, something like that. And your suite type, yeah, smoke or regression, etc. So based on this, we can also use a filtering logic to filter those JSON file and run those only. Yeah, we have that logic as well. I'll show you. And coming to this, so this is one suite, and within that we have test cases. So you can see one get, or each get, post, etc. is one test cases. And here, yeah, so for example, this is one of the tests, get single user, and one test case can have multiple test data. It's a data driven. For example, you have a get, and get can have a multiple test data sets, right? For example, here ID is equal to 10 and something like this. Yeah, these IDs you can provide multiple sets, or maybe for negative scenario, positive scenarios, etc. You can create one more. Just copy paste here. Yeah. So you accordingly just name it. Yeah, just change this name and change your test data or within this endpoint, correct? So similar to that, we do have, yeah, so this is the test data. Then within this test data, we have certain things like headers, assertions. So once you get the response, we want to also validate something, right? Assertions are there, like using JSON path, we are asserting some certain things. So I'll show you when we run it. Okay, so this is basically one of the API that I used. Here it is, a list of objects by ID. You can see here, ID equal to 3. So this is the one. So the base URL, it is in already in env file. So the same base URL over here, RESTful API, and this is the endpoint. Yeah. And here the assertion that we are doing, the first results name is Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max. So now we can check here. So this is an array. So this is the first record. Yeah. So we are using just JSON path here. The name, then Apple iPhone Pro Max. This is the expected. So similarly, we can have multiple assertions. Here equals is there. So there are a couple of assertion it does support. You can find it here. Here you can see equals, not equal, contains, start with, end with, greater than, in, that is for less than. Then for array we have a couple of exist. If you want to just check certain fields are exist, those are thing you can also validate. Status code, array of object match. So this is how you can just use those, yeah, within this assertion sections. And we do also have something called response schema validations, right? Within this, you can just paste the schema here, and it will check this response schema also. Yeah. So this is one way. This is the inline. Also, you can save this whole schema in here in one of the folder, maybe for example here, and just use the path of that schema. That will also support here. Yeah. And one of the most important thing here is the store. So for example, you are writing multiple APIs here, right? And for example, you are using post API call first, then you want to save some information from here, the first call, and the same thing you want to use in another API call, right? So in that case, we use this store. So basically, we use JSON path to capture, grab those information from this API response, and then store in some variable name. And the same variable can be used in another API call. Yeah. So we'll just use something like this. For example, if we have any post API call, let me see if I have here. So just need to use like this. Maybe I just put it here, like within this, for example, like this, and it will just replace that username from the previous response that we had. We just stored it, right? Okay. So now within this tool itself, we can edit those every details that we did here manually. So that's the way we can do from here, but this is an easy way to do from UI, right? I think just you need to use here suit. So basically just you need to pass your the folder path here. So let's see, this is my test data folder where my suits are present. So I just put those test data here. Yeah. And save and load. Okay. So now you can see this is one of the test suite that is present within this folder. That is, you can see here. Yeah. And here you can also view what all test present within that JSON files. For example, the first test is this, and it got two test data item. Yeah. And here also response schema that we are validating, that is there. And all the assertions you can see here. You can see the details about the second test case. Yeah. And list of all the objects. So these are the different test cases. Yeah, you can just view all this here. And most important thing here is you can edit as well. Yeah, you can see the suit informations, the suit name you can also modify. You can use the tags over here. So for now, these two tags supported. Maybe you can also add some more tags. So currently these two, but you can, if you want, you can use team name or any other tags as well. If you want to just run for your specific teams test cases, then that also can be done. But for now, your microservice name and suit type like smoke or regress and those details, right? And here in the test cases, now you can see this 3 test cases. Yeah. Now if I edit, right, now you can see test case name and status, and within that I have 2 test data set for this same. Yeah, you can say for now it's the same, but you can also edit this one. You can say you can update your methods. Here also you can just change details, and here the header type, you can add a header, any header, that API header, and then the value, maybe some value. Yeah, so it will be added over here. So yeah, and then body, if it is post, you can also use inline JSON body. And also one more thing, as I said, you can also use JSON file as a body, so it will just use that in that API response. So you don't need to write hard code it over here. Instead, you can just put it within your folder. So basically this API data. So basically this 2 folder I will be put outside of this test data. Then you can pass this folder path over here, or the full path of that JSON file. Yeah, the body of this post API call. So in get we don't need body, so just keep it empty. Assertions, as you can see here, different assertions. You can see you can also add more assertions. There are a lot of assertions it supports. You can see in the README contains. Those are the things. Yeah, exist. You can just put JSON path accordingly. Yeah, and then preprocessor. So this is one of the important thing. For example, if you want to do some functionality, if you want to do, for example, some kind of database call, or maybe you want to encrypt something, or some custom method, custom thing that you want to do and store into a variable called like variable 1, and you created one function already. My function is get encrypted, some encrypted password or something, or maybe secret. Okay, and if there is any argument to that method also, you can just pass maybe my password. Okay, you can provide like this, and it will let me just go to the code and I'll show you what exactly it will do. So this is the method here in preprocessor.ts file, and here you can this function name, whatever that you provide, right? And it will go here and check your method. You can have a custom method, whatever you can create separately somewhere else also, and it should return something and store into that value. So that value, basically whatever the name that you have provided, and it will store into this value, and basically it will just store that value. Yeah, and the same value, whatever the name that you have provided here, this variable one, you can use in the same method in the body or maybe header or anything, right? Using, as I said, double curly braces. Yeah, this variable can be used in body, in the post API call, etc. Yeah, this is the preprocessor. Before hitting the API call, we just call this method first, then we call this API call. Next thing, the store. So as I said, if you want to store some value from the response into variable to use in next method, next API call, right? We can do. We can add as many, variable 3, variables 2, and oh, actually, it's not JSON path. It should be, oh yeah, JSON path. So something like this, dot whatever, 1, maybe ID, something like this. Yeah, and you can just store this and use this variable in the next one, API call. And the schema. So for this schema, you can also add the inline. Whatever the response of this method, right? This API that I use, so schema of this one, you can create schema of this, right? How it should look like it's a type array, this array, then you can see what is the mandatory field. So yeah, you can just use the same, or maybe you can just save the schema as a file and just put the file path and it will do that. So now here you can see the complete JSON, whatever we created manually, you can see here. Or maybe if you edit it, and it will just add those details over here and just save it, save test case, save test suite, right? Like this. And you can also okay, so you can create multiple test suites over here, right? A completely new test suite here, base URL, tags, then you can go to test case, same thing, test data, multiple test data, and save your test case. Yeah, it will save that JSON file. So currently this run functionality is under development. So now I'll be adding that run functionality. So once you click from here, it will also run this whole test suite. But for now, if you want to run, you just need to go to here in this directory, framework directory. So you can run this script, basically this test. So this test npx ts node src runner. So basically runner will try to run all the tests present within this test data file, all the suites. Yeah, and if you want to have some filtering using the service name or the suite name, you can use this filtering. So it will run those only smoke and that microservices. Yeah, so let's try to run npm run test. So now you can see a report is being generated. Okay, so get encrypted secret. So this one I just created, which is not implemented in the function. That's why it's saying unknown preprocessor. That's fine. And let's see what is the reports. So report also will be a JSON format. Yeah. Okay, so one more important thing that we need to note is all these test suites, basically all the JSON will run in parallel. Yeah. In .env we can set how many parallels we want. Yeah. So it will run those many parallels test suites. Correct. So now we got this JSON as a test results. We can see in our UI. So there is something called analytics. Yeah. In analytics, if I just go to analytics, now you can see basically I had previously here in the configure path, I already have this path. So you need to use this path of the reports. So these reports are present within this report folder. So you need to just use that report folder, save and load, and you can see status. Yeah. All the details like how many failed, how many pass for that particular API suite. So you can have multiple suites over here, then you'll see here. Yeah. So now you can see for pass, don't use a lot of information over here. For the failed one, if you see, we see the detailed information. Yeah. So this one I did it with purpose to deliberately fail this one to check one of the tests fail. So now you can see the response body of that failed one. Yeah. So this is how we can see, and you can also export it here. Yeah. As you can see, there is no involvement of coding. You just have to deal with, creating test suites from here, test cases, your test data, etc. Right? So yeah, no need to write a lot of code here. You just generate your JSON and just run it using here. So easily you can configure it with any CI pipeline. Yeah, you just need to run this command npm run test, then it will run in any of the pipelines, be it GitLab, GitHub Actions, or anything, Azure DevOps. Yeah. So one more important thing that here, so now you can see this is the locally running, and you can see analyze this one for debugging purpose. But how you'll be sending the test results, right? For test results, this is a JSON format, right? So it's not readable, right? So what you need to do is you need to run another command here. Once a test finish, you need to run another command, report npm run report HTML. Yeah, so it will generate one HTML file here. So now this one is the emailable HTML report. So you can attach this HTML into your email. Then you can send this through the email. All the details like suit details over here, and all the failed details with the errors you can see here. Yeah. So this is one method to send your. So yeah, you can just create one more. Maybe I'll be adding that functionality for sending the emails. All right. So one more method that we have. So for example, if you have a Swagger UI, right? Like this, if you want to generate this kind of test suite from this Swagger, you can do also. So in order to do that, you should have this JSON basically. So each Swagger file should have some JSON within it. Just save this JSON somewhere and run this one. Generate Swagger. Yeah, npm run generate Swagger like this. Npm run generate. Sorry. Run command npm run generate Swagger. make sure the path of this JSON file. So I already have one swagger.json already within this folder. So let's see if I run, it will just generate one of the test suite and it is being saved into my test data. Let's see. Yeah. So now you can see it generated from that file. Maybe I just open this file once to see. So you can see this swagger.json I already have. Let me open. Okay. So now you can see this is in Swagger format only. Yeah. So from these, I'm converting it. Yeah. And you can see this is the converted format. And if I just go to my UI, then I should see this new, new test suite. And if you view it, you will see all this test is being generated automatically. Yeah. So you just need to update a little bit, you need to edit, for example, paste base URL. Also you can save this in your .env file so that multiple environment you can run. Yeah, something like this. Then just replace that here, and the tags that you want, you can just modify those. And test cases, so for each of the API calls there is being created, so you need to a little bit modify those whenever necessary. Test case name also automatically generated, and mostly you need to update this test data sets. So there will be only one scenario is being added, so you need to add multiple test data. Yeah. Headers and whatever it is there in that JSON file or Swagger, it will add. So currently assertion I'm just adding one, so you can add more assertions for those tests. Yeah. So yeah, this is how it works for the Swagger. Yeah, it's automatically generated. Okay, so as I said, currently it is only supporting a REST API, and the SOAP API already I have one more branch currently working on, so I'll be just doing that. Then after that I'll be also implementing for GraphQL, Kafka integration, and database integration as well. So within this pre-processing, also we can use this any database integration where we can just grab the detail from database and perform this post or get API calls, or maybe after API call we can also validate using our database. So this is something that I'll be working on as well. So currently I'm also working on this to enhance a little bit more. So yeah, little bit more changes might expect on this readme also. If you have any suggestion or any particular case that you want to add for as a feature, you just create a new issue here. Yeah, I'll be happy to help that. So for front end, as I said, you need to just run npx. This is actually Next.js project, the front end, right? I need to install certain things. Maybe I need to also add a little bit on this readme. Okay, so you can see you need to just install it. npm you just come to this folder called front end within here. As I said here, let me just do this. Okay, npm sorry, you need to run npm I install, maybe. Yeah. Then once you install everything, so yeah, you might get some error, so you need to use this legacy PR dependency here, and then it will work. So once that is being installed, all the dependency, then you need to just run npm run deb or build, whatever it is there here in this package, sorry, within this front end. Actually, you need to go to this front end and test editor folder. Then you need to run whatever the package.json we have build, then start, or you can just use npm run dev for running in the dev environment or maybe locally. Yeah. So this is how you can run the front end. And for framework, so this is also work in progress where I'll be implementing functionality to run the test from UI also. Yeah. I hope it will really help to all the manual testers, or if you are not that good in programming, it will really help to speed up your development, automation, script development. Do comment if you have any suggestions on this. Thank you very much.